Hello, my name is Jacqueline and I'm going to be reviewing the website Storybird. So Storybird is an interactive writing website, but it's not only used for writing, it can be used for reading as well. This is from the teacher's perspective. I created a class called Writing and created Student X. So on the first page, you can see when you open up all of your students' assignments. You can see if you've reviewed them yet, if they're graded, and if your students have published them yet. Right now I only have one student in here called Student X, but I am actually planning on implementing this website for another research project that I'm doing with an actual student. This is where you can add students manually, or you can also give them the class code. This is your classroom library where students can share their creations with each other and with you, the teacher. This is where you can view your assignments that you have assigned. The setup on the student account is almost identical, where they can review their own works, they can see the library and the assignments. These 3 assignments right here came with the account when you sign up. But I've assigned this challenge. Challenges are pretty much, I'll click on it. Challenges are pretty much writing prompts. So the student I'm going to be working with is in the 8th grade, and he really likes YouTube, so I thought that this would be a pretty cool assignment for him to do that he'd be interested in. It gives you some different criteria, like what age group might be interested in this, what level it is, what format they're going to be writing the assignment in, and then the genre. Most of the genres, though, are any. They're not really limited. It pretty much begins with a little bit of background on it, and then there are some instructions. You can assign it to your classroom, which is what I did so that he would be able to participate in this challenge. So when you are reviewing assignments, this is how it would look. And you can post feedback to your student as a public comment where other students can view what you have said, or as a private comment, maybe a suggestion for next time for your student to work on. When you're grading, you can add your own notes for your reference, but your student won't be able to view that. This is where you would grade it. You could submit it to a challenge, but you don't have to submit it to a challenge. And then you can just file it under whatever assignment that it is for. Students can also earn virtual coins. They're not true currency, but they can spend it on publishing their work either as an ebook or as a PDF downloadable version, and then you can print it out and put it in your classroom library. So it really integrates both the classroom and the technology aspect of writing, because you can't rely only on technology to drive your writing instruction. This would be a very good supplemental tool, though. So the ISTE standard that this website really falls under is the Creative Communicator, which states that students communicate clearly and express themselves creatively for a variety of purposes, using the platforms, tools, styles, formats, and digital media appropriate to their goals. So students are really creating what they want. This isn't a website that really limits students to only being able to do the assignments. So if you go up here and go to read, you can see that there are many, many different stories. There are chapter books, there are picture books, and there are poems. Most popular, though, are the chapter books. So if you have students who are under the age of, not under the age, if they are in 6th grade and above, they'll have access to any titles. However, if you are working with students who are younger than 6th grade, then they're going to be limited to what they can look at. Everything's monitored before it is published. However, they like to keep the students who have not yet reached the 6th grade into specific categories, just for privacy reasons and for grade level reasons. Students may not be able to comprehend some of the things that other students are publishing, that other older students are publishing, because this website does go up to 9th through 12th grade. So it is important that younger students, say in 1st grade, aren't wandering onto things like that deal with maybe more, that deal with darker themes, or that deal with themes that they may not just understand. But students can really collaborate on this. Students can comment on other students' work. As a teacher, though, you are able to moderate those comments, which is nice. So now I'm going to talk about privacy. Storybird adheres to COPPA, or the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act. Storybird does not collect any child's information under the age of 13. All they're required is their name and a password. It doesn't even have to be their actual name. It could be a nickname. So a username and a password is all that's required. They actually don't even require a parent email address. It's optional, but they don't require it. So there is no real way to track any student, specifically knowing, like there would be no way for anyone to gain access to a student's information. Also, if they are under the age of 13, they're not permitted to add an avatar to their account, which I think is very, very helpful. Not that all students even add a picture of themselves, but it's just to keep everything in check, to make sure that students are not being tracked by any outside threats. I think that this website can be really beneficial. As I mentioned, I'm planning on implementing this with a student. He needs a little bit of writing support, and so that is why we're going to be using this website. I think it's a great way to monitor his writing and to really help him branch out a little bit. I think that the prompts and the challenges are a great way for students to really branch out of their comfort zone, and the extremely detailed instructions also help for students who might be confused or need a little bit more inspiration. So I really, really enjoyed learning about this website, and I really am looking forward to using this website in the future, not only with the student that I'm working with, but I would love to use something like this in a future classroom one day. All right, thank you so much.